I am back and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a live on augmented reality and virtual reality. Everybody's been talking about it, and it is set to be the next big thing that's going to transform the way we interact with technology in 2025. So what is this really all about, and what is the big fuss about? Today we're going to discover just that. So AR or augmented reality adds digital elements to the real world. Now, you think of those filters on your phone or, interactive glasses that show you a little bit of extra info, but you can still comprehend the world around you as it is. That is AR. It kind of immerses you into a completely VR, on the other hand, immerses you into a completely different immersive experience. So AR enhances what's around you, and virtual reality replaces it entirely. And together, they're changing how we learn, play, and connect with technology. Um, so in the past, if you've had these YouTube, the 360 videos where you've had these VR glasses that used to be large and not very comfortable for for playing around with it for a long time. But today, things have changed. In September, Meta launched its AR glasses, and these are light, very fancy looking, and it is a big game changer because now these things are something that is kind of more affordable, more within reach, and they're stylish. They're becoming something that people want to interact with. And the AR allows you to still, be very present in the real world while enhancing your day-to-day life experiences, which is something that people might want, and which is why people are expecting it to catch on. So if you're a marketer and you want to know how to hop on these trends that are very likely going to be the biggest things of 2025, you come to the right place. So let's just dive in. If you're new here, I'm Kate. I am a marketing and communications professional. I'm currently looking for my next big break in marketing and communications, and I'm willing to take on a few clients until I get that. So if you need any help, please reach out to me at marketingoverchai@gmail.com. Um, Going back to the subject. So the first thing that people are really excited about, marketers particularly, are the ability to enhance your product discovery with AR try-ons. Whether it's clothes, whether it's consumer products, people are going to be, whether it's even makeup, people are going to be able to just have these AR glasses on and swipe through products and see what it looks like on them, or just have a more engaging experience with a product. So that is definitely something that will allow your customers to make a better decision, and that's a better experience that you can provide, right? So that's one of the big ways that it will be used. The other thing is 3D product demos. If you're in B2B, and demos can be challenging, um, but or even if you're like a furniture brand or something, something like this will really help your customers visualize what your product is. So this is going to, build that better, stronger connect and a more immersive experience. The other thing that is definitely going to change, and change in a very big way, is e-commerce as we know it. The last time something this crazy happened, it was Shopify, and it disrupted a lot. So we're expecting to look at virtual stores where, we have very immersive VR experiences where customers can browse, select, and, purchase products as if in a real world store. And this could be very interesting, especially if it's done in a more social way where I can go shopping with my friend, but without really having to go out. Because, like, for someone like me, a lot of my friends are abroad and not in the same city. But if it allows me to have that kind of an experience, which is very IRL, but not really, like from the comfort of my own home, it could be a big game changer in allowing us to have those kind of experiences. Um, the AR shopping assistants, people are going to be able to browse shelves and, like get a little bit of details on their like holographic projections on what to expect, how it will look on them. The one part that we're not there yet is definitely the feel of things. So there are a lot of images of people trying on shoes, but when shoes are something that you would want to know how comfortable you are, and especially if you're buying a relatively very pretty looking but relatively potentially uncomfortable pair of stilettos, you want to know how that feels. So it's going to be interesting to know how this progresses, because there are certain products like maybe a jacket or makeup where it is a game changer, but there might be still things that you need to feel that, like if I was buying a chair, if I wanted to look at it the way it looks in my house, I could use these features and it would be fantastic. But if I want to know how comfortable it is, I still would need to sit on it. So small gap, but I still think it's a big change in the way we look at things. Um, Next up, we have creating immersive brand campaigns. Storytelling, as we know it, will change because this gives you another dimension to play with. Interactive stories that can take place can place the user inside the brand's narrative. We can, like, if we're looking at things like Disney, perhaps we can have a campaign with Disney and a food brand where you actually feel like you're in Disneyland eating at an Epcot table, or you feel you're in on a roller coaster, having a glass of Coke. There is so much of space to be able to collaborate with these kind of experiences. We've already seen like roller coaster rides on YouTube 360 with the older versions of VR, which definitely felt so real. So I'm excited to see how that works. I think there is so much potential for brand campaigns like that. I even think things like ramen, like if you have a code where you're scanning and you can actually feel like you're in a restaurant while you're eating it, that can elevate some experiences. And if you can do it with people who aren't really very geographically close to you, that offers a new platform to like connect with people across the world. Business meetings can change, and there's a whole dimension. There are so many possibilities for engagement that way. Um, we've already seen, during COVID, a lot of things went online, and we saw a lot of trade shows come online as well, and some of them were very successful. VR can take this to the next level. If you have, product launches, brand showcases, or exclusive virtual concerts to create buzz, this could just like, yeah, this is a whole possibility of experiences that we couldn't have earlier that are just opening up, and I think it'll be fantastic if they can create those simulations. We're also expecting it to revolutionize advertising. Our geo-targeting ads are like so specific and so beautiful on our phones, but imagine if someone's wearing a pair of glasses and walking through, a city landmark, and you have historical facts pop up, and that can do something for tourism. But if you want to do even other ads, like I remember there was a perfume brand in London that did an AI creation where they had bubbles all over one of the very, I think it was Trafalgar Square, one of the very important places, very recognizable places. And you can do something like that with AR glasses along certain geo points. So they feel like a very physical, real, thing happening, but you aren't disrupting traffic, you aren't getting permissions, you aren't doing a lot of things. It's exciting, and I think that leaves like there are so many ways that we can use this, and it's going to be like working on briefs like this is going to like be every creative person's dream for now, and I'm surely going to be very excited about something like that. Uh, the next thing that I think it will be used for is building communities. We've seen meetups and virtual meetups kick off in COVID, but they were kind of limited. But can you imagine if you have spaces for fans or customers to interact with your brand, like virtual demos? Can you imagine if game shows like Survivor and uh, The Amazing Race had a AR or a VR, mostly a VR experience that you can dive into. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Watching even your favorite TV shows, there's so much of scope. When you're even looking at things like gaming, I think that's like the most natural way for this to extend because that is a world of its own in itself. Um, yeah, the sky is the limit there. And the thing is, if the production of these glasses and this adaptation is made easy with like more affordable price points, and you have a lot of options and you have a lot of things you can explore when you have these, that is going to be a game changer. If this can become the next iteration of your smartphone, something like that, there is going to the possibilities are going to be endless. um we're also looking at, dealing with certain marketing pain points, and these aren't really marketing's problems, so they're more like customer support. But I will say that because I'm for marketing. But dealing with customer support, like if you've got typical FAQs and troubleshooting things that people usually have a problem with, and if you can overlay these on your glasses, like for example, if you're fixing together your new IKEA desk you bought and you need help doing that and you need guidance doing that, and you have your VR glasses just give you an overlay of the instructions and how to do it, and maybe even a video of how to do it, it would be so helpful. And that goes to like anything that you have to have those kind of troubleshooting to do's for any physical product. I think that's a big thing. And on those lines, even for training, um, there are many ways in which you can use that, which will be very helpful because of what an immersive experience it is. Next up, we have leveraging social media integration. We've got a lot of filters and lenses which create branded, platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. But extending that to a platform like this would be very interesting and even more engaging. VR content sharing, like again, that is more like your process. If you can use these platforms on glasses like these, that changes your entire experience with it. And you can share more immersive VR experiences directly on social platforms with integrated support. And it's interesting. I think I don't know if that we're going to see that in 2025, but if you ca- but it is probably the natural progression if things like this pick up, and it will be very interesting to see that. There are, however, some challenges that might come up, and one of them is about high content quality. There's not a lot out there, and people don't yet know how to create these. So it will be interesting to see how it's done and find those experts. And it may even be worthwhile, learning how to create content for this new dimension. Privacy and consent, especially when it comes to geo targeting and stuff, that it's very early on in the game, and we don't really know what the rules are yet. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Integration across channels, seamlessly combine AR/VR campaigns with traditional and digital marketing efforts. And I think that's something that every integrated marketing manager is going to have to keep an eye out for, because the power of something like this is extremely high. And I think that you can have some really positive experiences. So, yeah, building those kind of strong connections with your brand and with your customers is going to be something that you want to capitalize on. And yep, we don't know what measurements and what ROI is going to look like on that yet. But we will soon find out in the coming quarters. So I, for one, am totally excited about, what's coming up. And I hope you are too. So do you guys have any, um, are you guys looking forward to anything? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to check and see if I have some. This has been a great I've had a lot of fun on this live again. Like I said, I'm Kate, marketing and communications professional with about 10 years of experience, and I'm currently looking for my next break. So if you know of a vacancy or if you are looking for someone, please get in touch. I'm also doing consulting. So if you have any marketing and communication requirements, please let me know. Yep. Please like, subscribe, and on this channel, I'll be doing two things, which is one is share, some marketing communication updates, and the other will be more job search related things because that's where I'm at right now. And maybe we can do a live. And I want to really build a community where we can discuss, how to improve ourselves for the job market, how to strategies that we have been working on, tactics that have worked for us. And I'll probably do a live on Friday where we can get together and discuss and see how things are going, just check in with each other and also have a little fun because it's not the best experience otherwise. I hope you had a good time and I will see you around tomorrow. Have a nice day or night, wherever you are. Bye.